6 interconnected buildings along Northampton Avenue. On the documentation it says street, it's avenue. Be careful because that'll put you in North Bethlehem. Between West 2nd Street and West 3rd Street comprise the existing Banana Factory Arts and Education Center. The former Plymouth Street now offers a hardscape of pavers and plantings to buffer several entrances along the west facades from the adjacent parking lot. For ease of reference, the names associated with each of the 6 buildings within the COA application have been retained for this building description and subsequent assessment. Building A, the house, is the oldest existing building within the complex and is located at the current southwest corner of the project site. The structure first appears on an 1885 Sanborn fire insurance map of South Bethlehem and retains many of its original defining features, including the fact that it's a detached 2.5-story, 3-bay, brick masonry, single-family dwelling with framed rear appendages. The exposed brick masonry of the house has been stuccoed over, and the original windows have been replaced with inappropriately divided double-hung windows. The decorative entrance, however, the door surround, and the covered stoop remain intact, as does the bay window along the east facade. The building was converted to a commercial use in the 1990s with an art gallery at the entry level, while the upper level serves as mechanical and storage space. Building B, called the infill, is the newest building component of the overall complex and dates from circa 2000. The single-story masonry structure with a flat roof wraps around the oldest building on the north and east facades and serves as a connector to the other structures on the site. Windows along the west facade provide natural light to spaces facing the parking lot, while the covered entrance along the east facade accommodates the service entrance. Building C, now called simply the Theodoritas, is a 3-story, 5-bay masonry building with a flat roof and a stepped parapet that fronts Northampton Avenue. It was once a freestanding structure, but now connects to the oldest building via the contemporary infill to the south and is adjacent to a 1950s addition to the north. The exact construction date of the structure is difficult to discern, but the Wholesale Bananas Company was located on this site from 1936 until moving to Bethlehem Township in 1989, so it's possible this structure represents the beginnings of that business enterprise. The building has undergone some alterations, primarily when it renovated by Arts Quest for its current use as an arts and education center, but retains much of its original integrity. Although windows and doors have been replaced and the central raised parapet was reconstructed using non-matching brick, the delineated facade with vertical pilasters, cast decorative elements, as well as the stepped and corbel parapet remain. Most distinctive is the structural terracotta wall along the south facade and presumably the north facade. Also, that type of construction is also referred to as hollow structural tiles or structural clay load-bearing wall tiles. And this type of construction is often associated with utilitarian structures dating from circa 1900 till about 1940. Few similar terracotta structure buildings in South Bethlehem remain, so this serves as a unique representative of a specific industrial construction technique. It should also be noted that along the upper portion of the western facade facing the parking lot is a painted mural in simple black lettering on a white background that identifies this as the Fowler Arts and Education Center. Building D, called now the Banana Expansion, is a 3-story, 4-bay masonry building with a flat roof and a flat parapet that serves as an addition to the north of the original Banana Warehouse structure. The Wholesale Banana Company purchased this lot in 1953, and the resulting structure facing Northampton Avenue appeared soon thereafter. Historical images confirm the 3-story brick structure originally included glass block windows and a simple classical detailing of 1950s utilitarian architecture. However, the exterior has lost much of its historical integrity with a white stuccoed exterior finish and aluminum storefront windows. Located in the upper portion of the western and eastern facades facing both Northampton Avenue and the parking lot are illuminated 3-dimensional yellow all-capital letters in stylized font, identifying this as the complex of structures currently referred to as the Banana Factory. Building E, called the Garage, is on the original site of the Lehigh Valley Hotel, which stood until it was demolished in 1960 to make way for further expansion of the Wholesale Bananas Company. The resulting 1-story brick masonry structure with a flat roof and flat parapet was conceived as a utilitarian garage that originally serviced deliveries to the produce company. Original garage doors have been replaced over time, along with new door and window configurations. The west facade is decorated with a series of large-scale tile mosaics that continue onto the nearby portion of the west facade of the adjacent Banana Expansion building, and presumably date from renovations by Arts Quest for its current use as an arts and education center. Building F, the final portion of the complex, referred to as the Auto Parts Store, is a one-story brick masonry building with a flat roof and a stepped parapet that fronts West 3rd Street. It was once a freestanding structure that served as a Plymouth automobile dealership, but now connects to the oldest structure via the contemporary infill. The structure dates from circa 1925 and is considered classical revival in style, with terracotta detailing at the cornice, gabled entry with scroll brackets and lighting consoles, and a parapet coping of terracotta. Surviving original architectural details also include an arched transom with a fanlight over the central entry doors and large storefront windows flanking either side of the entrance. Proposed alteration: it is proposed to demolish portions of the existing building and construct a new community cultural arts center. Guidelines used for my assessment include Secretary of Interior Standards number 1 concerning use of a historic building, number 2 concerning the historic character of a property being retained and preserved, number 4 concerning changes to a property that have required historic significance over time, number 5 concerning distinctive materials, features, finishes, and construction techniques, number 9 concerning new additions or exterior alterations, the Bethlehem ordinance cited by Philip earlier in this evening's meeting, as well as a variety of the Commission design guidelines, 1 concerning demolition, and 2 concerning actual design guidelines that concern such topics as size, scale, and proportion, shape and massing, as well as streetscapes. My evaluation of the proposal: the submitted certificate of appropriateness application depicts an ambitious plan to redevelop the project site, with demolition of Building A, the house, and the adjacent Building B infill, in preparation for construction of a large-scale structure along the western edge of the site, which is currently a parking lot and the side plaza, with a lower infill construction to connect the structure with the existing Building F Auto Parts Store, as well as with the existing Building C Theateritas, while demolishing Building D Banana Expansion, as well as demolishing Building E Garage. The proposed 3rd Street Plaza would replace Building A, the house, while the removal of Building D and Building E would make way for the proposed 2nd Street Plaza and on-street parking along the entire northern length of the property. The current certificate of appropriateness application responds to initial reviews of the design proposal during the Historic Conservation Commission meeting on September the 17th of this year. At that time, no motion was requested by the applicant to confirm their intention of returning to HCC at a later date with revised designs that respond to the expressed concerns. HCC commentary from that meeting can be summarized as follows. Incorporate Building A, the house, into the revised design proposal. The potential to move the structure might be acceptable. If not feasible, historic elements associated with the entranceway should be retained. Incorporate Building C, Theateritas, originally referred to as the Banana Warehouse, into the revised design proposal. The exposed structural terracotta exterior wall should be rehabilitated as part of the overall concept. Retain Building F Auto Parts Store as part of the design proposal. Reconsider the proposed height of the new construction to respect the scale of the current streetscape. The new construction should reflect the industrial nature of the project site. New materials should be influenced by the existing structures. And finally, new construction should be discernible from historic buildings, but also should respect the existing scale, rhythm, and connections with the existing buildings and with the sidewalk. As contributing resources within the Historic Conservation District, the proposed demolition of existing structures is typically considered inappropriate. However, the current proposal respects selective commentary during the September 17th HCC meeting by reducing overall building heights, by responding to the industrial nature of the project site, and by retaining 2 of the contributing structures, namely Building F, the Auto Parts Store, as well as Building C, now called the Theateritas. Unfortunately, Building A, the house, is not integrated into the current design proposal as previously requested. The current certificate of appropriateness application includes no written narrative, so my assessment is based upon the provided floor plans and exterior elevations, which reference dimensions of select building components and include notations concerning proposed building materials. The proposed main building addition includes 3 floor levels with a flat roof, has a base of precast concrete panels with a quote natural finish, measuring 15 feet high, topped by 2 upper floors at 14 feet high each, which is then topped again by a 3-foot high parapet that's clad in precast, the 2 floor levels are clad in precast concrete wall panels with brick finish, and there's a recessed rooftop equipment penthouse obscured from view below by a painted metal panel screening that extends an additional 9 feet for an overall building height of approximately 55 feet. It should be noted that the initial design proposal viewed 3 months ago included 4 stories and approached 70 feet in height. The large format aluminum window systems with vertical and horizontal divisions are proposed to be painted black and punctuate the 2 upper floor levels and align vertically in traditional structural bays. However, internal wall placements result in certain window divisions or partial window divisions obscured by, quote, painted insulated metal panels, end quote. Along the West 3rd Street facade at the 3rd floor level of the new addition are individual pin-mounted letters spelling out Arts Quest in all capital sans serif lettering in dark blue color with a large-scale stylized Q in a medium orange color, followed on the next line by Community Cultural Center in all lowercase sans serif lettering in medium gray color. References to Banana Factory and Fowler Center do